Okay. Looks like we are going to have to be back. We're going to, one, update you on what's happened. Two, let you know the new goals. Three, let you know how we're going to achieve those goals. And then four, make a declaration. So, to start it off, uh, last week we just completed a 50. Oh, sorry. We went to go do a 50-mile run. I did not complete it. I only got 35 miles out of the 50 miles. I hurt my knee, like the outer portion of my knee. Um, Hurt my heart to not finish. It was my first DNF, so I did not finish. Um, but I do think that I made the right decision. I prefer to save my knee health than to get a medal and say that I completed a 50-mile run and then that's my actual last run that I finished. Goals are too big. Goals are too big, and we need to accomplish them in a good fashion. So then I finished. I was in Wardo, Texas, 50-mile run, Tejas Trails. It was the Wild Hare race. Yeah, the Wild Hare race. Good race, fun, elevation through the trails, all this other stuff. My friend did finish. He was the only one of the group to actually finish, and then I had another friend do a 50-mile run in California. Shout out to both of them. But now that that's over, it's time to get back to marathon running. So this is the plan of how we're going to do this. The 50-mile one run was last week, so we want to give our body time to rest and adjust. Got to be patient with recovery. Recovery is so important. Can't stress that enough. Recovery is so important. And now that I had an injury, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of that. So we are going to, now the goal is to do a marathon, one in sub 3, two, the ultimate goal, sub 2:30. So we're going to work on both of those. How we're going to do that? My first marathon I did was last year. No, I think the December 12th, 2024. Yeah, 2024. I got a 5:30 completion time for the marathon. Then I self-coached. That was with no training, by the way. I started training maybe like July. I did a run here and there, maybe a 3 miles here, 6 miles there. I never really trained, but I thought I can complete it, which I did complete it. But the fashion that I completed it, it wasn't the best. So that one was the first one. The second one was November 15th, 2025. So about a month ago. Are we still in November? Maybe it wasn't November. Oh, that was the 50-mile. Trying to remember when. I think November 5th. No, October. October 5th. I forgot that there's that month. It was October 5th. I did complete that in 4 hours and like 15 minutes or something like that. Cut a whole hour off just with self-training. Super proud of myself. That was a big accomplishment. I'm glad I was able to progress in my running just in 1 year's time. The consistency could have been better. The training could have been better. All this stuff could have been better. And realizing that the next marathon, I'll be training under a coach. So I'll have proper guidance, proper workouts, proper nutrition, proper volume, proper times, all this other stuff is going to be gauged weekly and adjusted weekly based off of how I'm feeling, my recovery, my effort output, all this jazz. And I'm going to take you along the ride. That will be the road to 230. It officially is road to 230, but along the way, of course, we're going to knock out that sub 3, of course, easy work. And I'll give you the details as the videos go on. But the main goal is the marathon, and I will be updating you guys weekly. I tried to do it every day so you can see the workouts and everything. Clearly, I'm not in the right space to do that consistently. So we're going to do weekly at least. We will look over the Strava, and so you can see exactly what I'm doing, the workouts that I'm hitting, the time that I'm doing it, all this other stuff. I'll explain every run. And then we're going to go through that. So looking forward to that one. And the funny part is the coaching that I'm getting, I was actually trained to do this very coaching. So my coach, I can coach just like him. So I think I'll be a good testimonial to myself for the training. So if you're being trained under me, this series would be video proof that the training works. I went from here and I got to here with the training. So I think that'll be a little fun thing to put on, and my accomplishments along the way. So looking forward to that. That's gonna be good. I will be updating you weekly, as I mentioned. Gonna be cleaning up the diet. Some new things are we're not giving up the gym, but we are no longer working out in a fashion to maintain or gain muscle. So right now, I think I'm sitting at like 177 post 50-mile run, and I am going to now no longer do like bench press and heavy squats, all this other stuff, because you don't really need it. You know, the best way to get good at running is to run. So we are going to run. Looking forward to it. I'm going to lose a lot of muscle mass, so I'm going to be super skinny, but it can all come back. It'll all come back. I will lose a lot of the strength. The only thing that I have along the way, I have a Spartan race the end of May. So if you guys want to pop out, that'd be cool. Love to see you. In Colorado Springs, May like 31st or something like that. It's the trifecta. So we would do the sprint, the beast, and then whatever the 10K is, the super or something like that. We'll do all three. It's a 5K, 10K, and a 12-mile or half marathon-ish kind of one. So we're looking forward to that. What I have now is, so for today, we will, let's look at, so I tried to do Strava, but it doesn't show you like a day by day, or I haven't figured out how to do a day by day version of how to get the records for you guys. So I have the Garmin app, and we're going to look at that. So we have, boom, Garmin app. And for, it doesn't show last week, because last week was the 50-mile run, and we were running for like 8 or 9 hours. Oof, what a doozy. But because I stopped, I was still able to walk-ish, and trying to get some blood flowing in that area. And I felt okay. So I did end up going to the gym that, was it Monday? I think it was Monday. Yeah, the race was on Saturday. I flew back on Sunday and then Monday, yeah. So I only did 30 minutes on the treadmill walking, and then took a day off, and we had the next time was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did another 30 minutes on the treadmill, and that one, I think I was just walking for that one. Yeah, I just walked for that one. Yesterday I did go on the treadmill, felt good. Did a low speed, and we ended up getting only about a 65-minute run in. Felt good. Didn't feel anything in my knee or anything like that. So which was pretty good. So I thought I was back. But today, I thought I was gonna do a 90-minute run, but I did my warm up and did some stretching, some dynamic stretching, got on the treadmill, and I don't want to say as soon as I started, I was walking first for like a good 5 minutes, and then what did I do? Yeah, I was walking for a good 5 minutes. Anyway, long story short, let me take this off. I think I could just use, I think a screenshot would just suffice. I'll just post that up for you guys. Boom. Put that down. What was I saying? Oh, so I was planning on doing the 90-minute. I walked for 5 minutes, and then I started to pick up the speed a little bit, got into my motion, and after like a good 2 to 3 minutes, as I was, pumping the run, I felt something in my knee, and old habits started to arise where I was feeling it, and I was ignoring it, saying that it'll go away, I'll be okay. But after another 5 minutes, it was still there. So I did take precautions. I told myself that it's not worth it. I just did 35 miles last week. Give my body a chance to rest. No need to be impatient. We're in it for the long haul. We'll get the job done. So I had to tell myself that, and I went back to walking. I put like a slight elevation in there, maybe like a 0.5 to 1. I think I stayed at 0.5 though. And then I did on a 3 miles per hour pace, or the 3 that's on the treadmill or whatever. And I stuck with that for the full 90 minutes. And I did feel sometimes a little pressure in my knee, but it wasn't enough for me to feel like I need to stop. So the knee thing is still there after a week, which is okay. I'm expecting the knee thing to be there for another week, maybe a week and a half, and then it should be okay. How I'm gonna cure this is I'm gonna make sure I am working on my flexibility, so like my knee being able to fully bend and stay in that position for a little bit. Also strengthening the glute med, so doing like if I was lying on my side, doing leg raises like this, and bent knee or clamshells. So we're gonna be doing that, and just working on the strength of the glute med, because I believe that injury came from overexerting itself, because my glute med is too weak. So it was taking the toll from all the bouncing and the rocks and the knees caving in and out, all this other stuff, uphills, downhills and stuff. My body wasn't accustomed to that because I've really only been training on the road. So elevations going up and down rapidly, quickly, my body wasn't kind of accustomed to it. Shock value came into the body as an injury. It is what it is. So that's going to be my fixes for that. I'm not going to be working on that every single day. So what's next week going to look like? I plan next week right now to look like we're going to try to do we're going to be walking until I don't feel any pain. So tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, it's planned to walk for 65 minutes, both. And then Monday, we're gonna work on ankles. So we're gonna be doing plyos, lots of plyos, some ankle flexion, and flexion and extension. Make sure that the ligaments around the ankle are good, and also some stability work. So stiffening up those ankles, calf raises, holds, that kind of stuff. I did say that I wasn't going to be in the gym lifting weights for muscle, but that's what we're doing now. We're working on our foundation. We're building up the stability aspect of it. So in order to do that, I need to test myself in different ranges, see how I suffice, and then if it's manageable or I can do something with load, then I'll be in position to proceed. For example, I can't do a pistol squat because I don't have good ankle mobility, and because of that, I can't get all the way down into down to the ground without collapsing. So I need to work on the cascade of the ankles, the knees, the glutes, all this other stuff, so that way I'm able to do that. So we're gonna work on that every day. We're gonna find something. We're gonna have landmarks and then check each one off. And then after we check it off, we'll be able to do it with load. And this is just gonna build the foundation. And then we're going to, every week, we're gonna have a day that we're checking each one. And we're going to use that to push us forward towards our speed training and our long distance running, or our long runs. So how the plan is, I'll be running at most 6 days a week. There will be one workout run in the middle of the week and then one long one at the end of the week. But because of my knee, we are not doing a midweek workout. Everything is just gonna be maybe like a 65-minute either walk or a run if I feel better. Once the knee gets better, then we'll implement some workouts. And then what I have planned now, I have one half marathon planned. It's actually a Disney run in like a couple months. I think it's the end of January like 31st or something like that, or February 1st is either one of those. I'm doing a 10K and a half marathon. I want to see how well I progressed. My first half marathon was like 2 hours and like, I want to say 9, but it's maybe 12 minutes, something like that. And then my second half marathon was like 2 hours and like 5 minutes. So we're progressing, but it's not the kind of progression that I was looking forward to. So this one, definitely want to get under sub 2. That's the goal. And then I'm going to use that as a landmark for my pace marker as I'm doing the workouts. So what do I mean? I will be, right now, I'm just going based off of feel, which I believe is the preferred way to do it. Pacers, like, oh, I'm gonna go at 6:26 pace per mile, that kind of stuff. Sure. But when you're in the early stages, you should just go by feel. It's easy. Easy is considered conversational pace. The threshold pace is, can you get one sentence out? And then, the higher VO2 max or post threshold and everything, that's like you could barely get a word or something like that, or a phrase, a couple words. So when I'm working out, I will just use feel for right now until my half marathon, and then I'll use that as a gauge to whatever pace that I did for the full thing. So let's say I completed in 2 hours. I think let's say that's a 9-minute pace. I'm actually not too sure. 9-minute pace will be my pace marker for threshold. So some workouts would be easy and then run at 9-minute pace, or like 10 seconds under 9-minute pace, and then we'll slowly break that pace down, or break it down so that it's speeding up, and then we're extending it. So we want to get faster and then be faster for a longer duration of time. That's the concept of the training. Definitely looking forward to it. You'll see as I'm giving you week by week progression updates. I'll see if I can record workouts and show you the workouts that I did that week. So you could come along, and if you ever find injuries or certain things that you need to work on as well, you could use this for reference. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. This was kind of on the fly kind of video, but I did want to get it out for you guys. I've been slacking, super slacking, but I think it'll be cool to see this video in like 4 or 5 years and be able to say like, wow, I started from here, now I'm over here. Definitely looking forward to it. Super excited about this. Is there anything else? It's a diet, workouts, training. No, I guess that's not it. I don't have any races. I probably won't schedule any races until I feel confident that 1, I'll either hit sub 3, or 2, I'll be in sub 230 range. So I won't have that unless a friend text me and lets me know like, hey, we got a race coming up, let's do it, kind of thing. So yeah, so we're gonna end it with that, and it's been a lovely video. Look forward to the future. Stick along for the ride. It's gonna be exciting. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you're excited for it as well. If I get it, you're getting it. If you're getting it, I'm getting it. We're gonna get it together. All right, salute. Okay, we are back for week 2. Hair wet, just got out the shower, getting ready for work. We're gonna combine last week and then this week together. So we're gonna go over what we did last week. Last week was Thanksgiving week. We did, let's see, what did we do? We did on the Sunday, we did our 90-minute workout. My knee was still feeling a little iffy, so I just walked that. And then on that Monday, I did a 35-minute Zone 1, kind of easy walk, little light jog kind of thing. Tuesday, um, I did, oh, it says that right there. I don't, either way, I did a 30-minute easy, light. And then Wednesday, I did a 20-minute easy. I did a 20-minute little up the pace kind of thing. And then another 20-minute easy. This one, uh, it was okay. I was able to survive. My knee wasn't really feeling any sort of niggle or anything like that, so it was okay. I did some workouts for my glute medius, some stabilization sort of workouts, and that worked out quite a bit. Thanksgiving, I took that off. Friday, the 28th, I did a 65-minute easy. And then Saturday, I did a 90-minute long run, which was actually 30 minutes of walking. And then I did 30 minutes of easy running. And I did another 30 minutes of walking. And then that Sunday, I took off. And today, I did 35 minutes. I upped the pace a little bit, and it turned out okay. I wasn't exhausted. My knee, I did feel something in my knee, so I was really cautious about that, but I was able to get through the workout. So I'm gonna take tomorrow off and then hit my Wednesday workout, and then I'll probably take a Thursday off, maybe also Friday. No, I'll do, okay, I did my run today. I'll take tomorrow off. Wednesday, I'll hit a workout, which is probably going to be like 20 minutes easy, then hit a tempo for 20 minutes, and then another 20 minutes for easy. And then I'll take the Thursday off. I'll do 65 minutes on Friday, and then I'll hit a long run somewhere on the weekend. So that's going to be my week's update. Been doing a lot of stabilization workouts, some glute med, some single leg work, trying to get the glutes activated or awake for the runs. Some like single leg bridges, stuff like that. Some single leg squats. What else have I been doing? I've been walking, do some sled pulls backwards. That's been good. Let's see, and that seems to be about it. So we're gonna keep doing that. Knee still feels okay, but I don't want to press the issue and keep working it more than it should be worked. So we're gonna be taking it easy, slow grind up. We still have our 10K and half marathon in Disney the end of January. So we got about 2 months time-ish, 8 weeks. See what we can do to progress in that amount of time. Hopefully we could get a good time going there. The aim is, my last half marathon was like 2 hours and like 5 minutes or something. So of course the goal is to beat that time. I think my 10K was like a little over an hour, maybe 65 minutes or 70 minutes. Was it? Yeah, it was about that. I didn't do much, and this was a year ago at this time, so I wasn't really experiencing 10Ks. So the goal is to get both of those times down. I'll be more racing the half marathon than the 10K, but I still want to get a good time for the 10K. Yeah, I think I can do that. I at least want to try to get under an hour for the 10K, and then beat the 2 hours for the half marathon. But that we got 8 weeks to do that. And after after that, that's when whatever pace that we use, that's going to be our core pace that we start with moving forward. And we're going to be building upon that and lowering that. So then the goal is to get half marathon in like 70 minutes. I think that's a good goal. 70 minutes. And then the 10K, we want to get that in about 35-40 minutes range. And then we'd be in a good position to hit that 2:30 marathon. And of course, sub three, I'm already looking past it, but that's still one of the goals that we're gonna get. Hopefully we can get both of those within a year, as long as we stay healthy and stay on the grind, keep going. Might have to increase the mileage just a little bit. Don't have to do too much, but just enough. We're gonna do the 10% rule and slowly progress. We don't want to injure ourselves or anything like that. So for right now, we're gonna start with our pre-base and then work into our super base kind of thing, where we are working on our fundamentals of the stabilization and making sure all of our body is working in unison at an appropriate rate. And then we'll pick up the speed and let the speed come to us. So sounds like a lot. We'll see along the way, and I'll improve the videos as I'm doing this. Maybe get my hair out of my face, maybe get an office or something like that where I'm actually doing videos and explaining it to you guys and writing it down so you could see visually. But that's in due time. We're gonna start with this and then end with this. Well, not end with this, but we're gonna end this video on that. So looking forward to it, getting it going. And I think that's it. So peace.